Yo, what is up, y'all? Willie Beeman here, bringing my 2K17 wish list. This is going to cover all kinds of different topics over 7 different videos. So if you want to click on the screen right now, you can check out any of my other videos, or you can click on the complete 2K17 playlist to check them out all in order. Anyway, let's get this thing started. Alright, this video is going to cover MyPark reputation, or MyPark rep. Which is a weird video, I guess, to put all by itself, but I think it's a really important thing to cover. Just because if you just look at 2K16 this year, so they decided to just pull out rec, throw it into a game mode called Pro-Am, and then expect it to thrive. But as they saw, it killed it. It died. Like, nobody played Pro-Am at all. It's still a really low played game mode, and that's all due to rep. And obviously, rep is really important to people. So I'm going to kind of cover things that I think need to be changed in 2K17 rep. So really, the first thing that needs to be changed is being able to attain the highest rep needs to be a lot easier. And you might disagree with me on this, but honestly, you look at it like this. Okay, say you need like 1,000 wins to go from L1 to L2, which is kind of like the common conception deal. So let's assume that you average 10 minutes to play a game and to get to the next game. So that's like you play the game and then the other game starts. That's 166 to 167 hours of gameplay, or 7 straight days of playing nonstop to go from L1 to L2. So let's look at this as like a normal person putting in maybe like 4 hours in the park a day, per day, with no breaks. That would take them 42 days to go from L1 to L2. And this is not even including, rookie, pro, all-star. This is just L1 to L2. So then you have, L2 to L3, L3 to L4, L4 to L5. So that's like, that's over like 400 days of playing, 4 hours a day to get the top level rep. Obviously, you see people, that have L5, and they've done the rep boosts, obviously. So this is gonna like skew my calculations. But nobody's gonna play for 4 hours a day for 400 days to get the highest rep. It's dumb. It should be a lot easier to attain it. Just to make it where people can play MyPark and get a high rep and play other game modes. 2K has a lot of different game modes. I play a lot of them, and I enjoy a lot of them. Like my GM, I play a little bit of my team. My league is really popular. Pro-Am, there's so many other game modes, and they're trying to make us play, over a year of game time to get our highest rep. It's so dumb. So after doing like these calculations on how much time it would take, Dope Swag, super respect, bro, for getting that L5 so fast. I have no idea how you did it. I know you're a super good player and everything, but that is some crazy grinding. So I definitely respect the grind. But anyway, going back to the rep too, we need some kind of progress. We need some kind of progress report. We need to know, there needs to be a number system or some kind of way for us to know how well we're doing. This arbitrary bar bullshit is just, it's done. Like, there's no reason why there should just be a bar. It's super annoying to not know how close you are to, your next rep. And I'm not trying to say that maybe you should base it on wins and losses. Maybe you need this many wins to get the next rep. It'd just be cool to get like a progress report after the game, kind of like the Road to the Finals report card that they did during that tournament. So just kind of give us, our teammate grade, our stats, how many points we get for each of these things. So that way we can know, what we need to do to get our rep up. It would be a lot more, it would make it where we're not wearing, our MyPark clothing just to see if we get more rep. Or, make sure we're wearing, some kind of, or not celebrating or something like that after the game to get more rep. There were so many different like myths that people were throwing out there, and nobody could tell because it's just a stupid bar. So that's just kind of that's the basics that they need to update there. And you know, with rep, it's kind of annoying this year because they added some animations, but at the same time, it was kind of annoying how little they really added to Park in terms of what things you could earn from rep and things like that. They basically just took things from last year that you automatically got and just threw them in a rep tier, and then just said, here you go. So they added a skateboard and they added a tiger, but after talking about how hard it is to rep up, that only involves maybe like 3 or 4% of the community, if that. By the time 2K17 even comes out, so we really need like some cooler things, whenever we're repping up. Maybe even like make it where you get to take your shirt off at a lower rep, and then you get some cooler things as you hit like L1, L2, and things like that, instead of just the shirt off deal. I get how I get that prestige deal, and they'll probably bring that back just because of tradition. But at the same time, maybe they can add more pets, maybe like a NPC crew, or like a computer like generated crew to roll around with you at the upper tiers. Maybe give you like a bike instead of a skateboard, but that way you could add more things and give us a little bit more depth to this rep system. We need more tiers. We need it to be a lot easier to rep up. But this is really pretty simple video, but I wanted to put it in its own video just to kind of highlight this and share it with 2K, because we really need some updates to this reputation system, because it's super annoying and convoluted, and it needs to be just squared out and updated, just because 2K15 to 2K16, it just wasn't addressed at all. So I expect 2K17 to have a lot of changes.